You are not just a body, you are so much more. Hi there, let's talk about it. As I said, you're not just a body, you're so much more. And I know society will often make us feel like the only realm in which we exist in is the physical realm. Yet, even the intangible parts of you are just as real. First Thessalonians 5:23 tells us that may God himself, the creator, God, the God of peace, sanctify you through and through, make you holy, body, soul, and spirit, and keep you blameless at the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. So in this verse, we see that you are made up of a body, the soul, and the spirit, and all of it makes up you. And even we've been told, or it's been said, that the real you is in your spirit. And that's why in Genesis 2:7, when God had formed a human being from the ground, he breathed his life into the human being, and the verse says that the human being became a living soul. So there are the intangible parts of you, or the parts that are not seen with our physical eyes, that are just as real. So you're made up of the soul, the spirit, and the body. And we all know that we have emotions that are just as real, and yet they are in your soul. So one of the things that I've realized that as human beings, usually people will do is they will make you objectify you. And when they objectify you, they make you feel like you're not as valuable. And when you allow people to make you feel like you're not as valuable, they'll treat you as an object. No one treats anything that they value with disrespect or like an object. But the moment you allow people to treat you as an object or as a shell, just as something, as an object, then they devalue you. And I feel like sometimes society will say things like, you only live once. And I know there's a part of that statement where people mean explore the world, travel, all of that. But there's also a part of phrases like that I believe are calling people to be irresponsible because they have not valued their lives and probably don't value other people's lives, and that's why they are making people or putting statements out like that so that you can be irresponsible. And yet one of the earliest mandates that God gives human beings in Genesis 1:26-28, he says, be responsible over yourself, over the earth. But then when you're not responsible, you don't take charge of your life, you will tend to objectify your life and other people's lives and start treating them like objects. Hence, when people abandon other people, when people reject people, when people misuse people, the use and dump, the just despising people. So be careful as a human being to know that you're so much more, so that when you value yourself, you'll not allow anyone to treat you as an object. So if you've ever felt like you were used as a come up, or someone used and dumped you, just know you're so much more than that. It was just a circumstance, it was just an experience, and it does not define you. Yes, it hurt, and you can acknowledge that it hurt, but that does not define you, so that you don't allow yourself to be objectified, but you allow yourself to value yourself and to know that you're so much more. There's so much more to you, so that you're not objectifying yourself or objectifying others even, so that you, as much as you value yourself, you also value other people. Think about it like this, and I don't want to sound so graphic, but you think about a toilet paper. Once it is used, it is dumped, it is abandoned there. And yet, us as human beings, we're so much valuable. And yet, when you don't value yourself, when you don't value other people and treat them as objects, and yet they are made in the image of an all-sufficient God, then it means your mindset is not in the right place, and you need to correct that. So that is the first part of this video. We'll talk about the body, we'll talk about the soul, and we'll talk about the spirit in the coming videos. So don't allow people to objectify you. Know that you're valuable. You're so much more than the things you have experienced or the experiences you've gone through. You are so much more. You're not just a body, you're so much more.